Hello, everybody, and oh my god, wait. Welcome back to tabletop Pokemon stuff and everything. Um, Oops. Sorry. No. Yeah, when Zoom updated, it screwed up my stuff for in here as well, and I didn't realize it. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, I am. Why is it like doing this now? There. I fixed it. Kind of. Yay, we fixed it. Well, now I gotta do this. Um. Oh, God. Yeah. Alright. Sorry about the delay, everybody. We have. Ah! Okay, we're good. There we go. I fixed. Castle. Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Immersion Diversion. Or Roll for Immersion, sorry. I'm Neil, and we are playing some Pokemon Tabletop United, with the setting of in space, so it's like Pokemon Space Odyssey. Boo work. Oh yeah. I was like, what? Shut up. Like, yeah. All right. We are playing this on Fantasy Grounds. Yes, Fantasy Grounds is our tabletop of choice. VTT of choice only because well, we're using it for dice rolling, for maps, for initiative tracker, stuff like that. And basically, it just makes it easier for us to keep track of what's going on and everything like that. Um, yeah, so we're using Fantasy Grounds for that. I have to thank Zame, Blitzit, and Sanity for all the music they had let us use for our streams. So once again, thank you to you guys. When we're playing all that music on Sirenscape, I'm trying to look at multiple things at once, so I was like, I don't know where to look anymore. It's one of those mornings, you know? Yeah, so, sorry, I was just trying to do a bunch of stuff this morning, so I was a little flustered this morning. Sirenscape, I probably could use more coffee. Yeah, Sirenscape. We're using Sirenscape to play our music. You can have, there's a bunch of different sound sets you can play on there. If you get to be a part of the Super Siren, you can get basically you can choose from all of that list that's on there. They just added a bunch of Vecna. A Siren? Yeah, copyright. I yeah. But yeah, so we're using Sirenscape to play our music as you are able to upload your own stuff to it. So you can do like volume control and like fading in and out to other stuff you play that you use. Just as I was about to do the introductions to players too, but that's okay. All the commands, yeah. Yeah, let's start with Sean. Hi, Sean. A random. Hi. Introduce us to Robert Gizmo. Cannot hear players. What? Hang on. Let me fix that. Oh, because I have the Zoom audio. Okay, I got it. Hang on. No. Great, how's
It
that?
doesn't matter. We can't be heard anyways, apparently.
There you
We're
go.
just not important.
Hi.
Oh,
I
they,
got
they
it.
can
You're
hear
showing
us
up.
now?
Well, I see it
Okay.
jumping up and down when you talk, so
Oh,
we'll find
cool.
out soon enough. But yeah, why don't you start
Ooh,
over again with Robert?
oh
Sorry.
wait, where's that? There's his dulcet tones. Yay!
Nice.
Well, I am playing Robert. But yeah, he's an animus, which is a human with the Pokemon head, basically, kind of Egyptian god-esque. And he left his planet with Gizmo, his fossil revived Q-Fetch. And ever since he got off the planet, he's been teaching as a professor of history, which kind of became his passion after he met his mentor, who gave him a little necklace that had some ancient writing on it that they don't know the origins of. And he also met his love, uh, who also is a huge history buff who owns a museum. So, yeah.
And what was his
I
name?
didn't know I owned a museum.
Johnny.
But yeah, what were you gonna what's
I was
this
to say,
ask?
what was his name again?
Oh, Reginald or
Reginald.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Reginald.
Yes.
Yes,
Who's
quite.
who was a Draconid who for some reason about half of his body is mechanical because something in his past happened.
Yeah. Awesome. And what about? And did you say Gizmo?
Yeah, I mentioned
Okay,
Gizmo
gotcha.
that he's
I was
yeah,
kind of
that
doing stuff in the
he
background.
left the
so I just-
planet with Gizmo
Yeah, nice.
that he
Hi.
revived from a fossil.
Hi, River.
Sup?
How you doing?
Munching on some candy canes.
Ooh, nice. Why don't you,
Hey, I get it. Christmas in July. Well played, River. Well played.
Who is Echo and Navi?
Well, Echo is an android. Hailing from, one of them, thingamabogs, yeah. They are searching for why they were created and shit like that. And, trying to find purpose and whatnot. And, with a couple of folks that could help with that. And Navi is a Routes, a special type of Routes that's a ghost fairy type.
Ooh.
And they both travel together, and Navi is there to help Echo with their emotions as best as possible. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm too distracted because this campaign is damn.
Oh, good. That was that was good. Hello, Aura.
Hello, I'm not the nostalgia critic.
So we don't have a command for Johnny / Aura yet.
Yeah, I'm.
Only because
my past is a little bit of a secret right now.
Yeah, we're still learning more about him. He hasn't officially joined the group yet. We're trying to he's coming along, but he hasn't actually said yes to anything yet. So we're gonna let them role play that out. But I will say, Johnny, you can say as much or as little as you'd like about your player. And
I
how
play.
you met Eduardo.
I play Henry. He has a little bit of an obsession with the occult, and I'll leave that at that. Ted Wardo is a poor little rescue Teddy Ursa who was hurt, and I'll leave it at that.
Awesome. Ooh, little mysterious. But yeah, with that, I have to say thank you. Oops. Could you classify out some text to add to the mystery? Classify out some text.
Elaborate.
Oh. Do you want to elaborate or?
No, I'm asking Skull to elaborate. I have no idea what they mean.
Oh.
Or
you could classify out some text to add to the mystery. I don't know. Yeah.
You just
I
literally
guess
read
maybe
the
for
sentence again.
no, I know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Blackout restricted
Yeah,
text
I
stuff.
was about to say, yeah, I think
Oh.
like when you have like a classified document and like some of it are like
like
all
in
blacked out.
Redacted, got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like you can redact some text. Yeah.
The question marks kind of threw me off.
Secret Service doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, you can say where you're from.
I can remember
Yeah,
the planets.
Robert already kind of figured that one out, so.
Yeah.
You're from
Zoakaro.
Yeah. You are Zoakaro is essentially the almost duplicate Earth of the Pokemon Earth, except it's just a lot bigger.
And I'm the boring ass human of the group.
And Zoakaro is the more space-worthy Earth, so.
And River is dying.
Too much mint.
Small piece of candy cane went down for wrong pipe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ouch. If it was
That's never
sharp, that's
fun.
even worse.
Too much mint.
Yeah.
I
Well-
can't get enough mint. I'm sorry.
I love
I
mint.
love
It's
mint,
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, I have to say thank you to you guys who are joining here in the chat. As you watch, you will gain channel points to help reward the players and myself if you wish. You can use them to spend, like, you can give the players consumables, like, I think, or, no, that was for the other thing. You can give insight, you can make them re-roll their last roll, you can heal their Pokemon up, you can give Arceus inspiration and stuff like that. Basically, it just helps them out using your channel points for 10,000.
Or hinders us.
Or hinder you, yeah. For 10,000 channel points, you can give the players magic items. Usually, it'll be of a certain amount inside of the Pokemon market that they can choose from. But if we get donated a magic item using tips and rewards, stuff like that, you can help the players by tipping as well. Usually, the tipped magic item is a little more rare than the channel point one, but we still kind of try to keep it as equal as we can. But yes, for $1 you can donate consumable items, like we give like 5 Pokeballs, 5 potions, just stuff that gets used once and done, one and done kind of stuff. For $5 you can donate a hero point or a jinx point, which is basically a reroll for the players or myself. They can use them to commission ideas that they want to do, or they can even use them to reroll Pokemon roll if they want to. And if they fall unconscious, they can use them to keep themselves at 1 HP. And they can also do that for their Pokemon, as well as if they wish to. And if they wish to, sorry, they can. Every time I hear that now, that sound makes me happy that I put that in finally.
Yeah. And also, we can hear that too, so somehow we can hear that, but we can't hear
Oh, weird.
the other sounds, which is odd.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
I can live with that. Like I said, I got my own music going.
Okay, that's fine. I'll figure it out at some point. Double 1 for jinx points. Sorry, players. So I get 2 jinx points.
Oh, crap.
Let me just put those in quick. Boop. And
Schooly Eye, why do your dice hate us so
thank you,
much?
Schooly Eye. But yes, you can donate. Or they can use their hero points to also keep the Pokemon they're fighting at 1 HP if they wish to catch them, essentially giving them the use of a false swipe on any of their moves. For $10, you can donate for a plot twist, flashback card, or hero cards. Plot twists are just cards that affect the current game. Flashback cards might help a character remember something from their past, either giving them a new ability, an item they forgot that they had in their bag, just stuff like that. Maybe they taught their Pokemon a move from way back when that their Pokemon didn't have, and all of a sudden their Pokemon remembers it. Stuff like that. And hero cards, they're a little harder to translate from Pathfinder to the PTU, but we will try our best. And if the players don't like what they got, they can always just use them as like a free hero point as well, just to kind of use them. For $15, you get an automatic crit token, which is just a critical hit, critical throw. If you throw a Pokeball and you get a critical hit, it adds +10 to their roll, which makes it easier to catch Pokemon. They can just crit, when they use a move, which doubles the amount of dice and stuff like that their move does. And then for $20, you can just create a random encounter. Whatever's happening at the time, if the players are in a conversation, if they're falling out of a plane just because they decided to go skydiving, and an encounter happens, boom, there's a bunch of flying birds that fly at them, and they gotta fight in the air now.
Just a swarm of Wattrel.
Yeah.
Oh god.
By the way, River, I like your new VR headset. It's very festive.
For $25, you can buff a creature. In the PTU here, the buff usually will either give it a move it doesn't normally know, it might level up, might gain some combat stages, might even evolve depending on how far the level goes. Just kind of depends. And then for $30, like I said before, you create a magic item that is created by chat, by me, by if the players want something at any level, I guess it would be for it, or any amount in the market, but usually that one is something that we make for the players specifically. And for the $50 secret menu item, this is just a one-time mention at the beginning of the stream. It usually changes the whole game and the whole story. I think if I was not sure what I was going to do for the secret menu item, but I think I know what's going to happen. Secret menu item is going to be that players are... See, I was thinking about it, and then I was like, oh shit, that's right, I gotta think of this every time. So the players are currently trying to go look for Bertoradite, or Bert, for short. They're trying to go find his farm so that they can give them the crystals he was looking for. I was planning on having something happen today as well. So, for the secret menu item, if the secret menu item happens today, I'm going to have so I was debating on what I should have show up. If a legendary if we get the secret menu item, I'm going to have a legendary show up and wreak havoc.
Jeez, all right.
Yeah, it's just because I have an idea of I've created my own legendaries for this Pokemon tabletop, because in space, just things are there. So
In space,
I've created a bunch.
no one can hear you scream.
I'm thinking about making at least 2 or 3 of my own per planet. And then, if a ground type one exists or something like that, it'll show up as well. But yes, one of the ones that I have created will show up today, that live on this planet. So, anyway, I changed the stuff because I also, Skoolie reminded me again. I be sure to write that at the top so I don't forget, and I already forgot. So, the channel points are there though. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Heck
Hell
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We were still in the spa, and
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, we
you
had that
were
perfect closing moment
Yeah.
where the steam rose and it spelled out "to be continued."
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want to do the recap, I'm going to be my guest.
No. I just now
just
remembered
kidding.
what happened last time, so I'm like, oh.
Last time, the players had finally made their way to Doug after traveling through the caves and meeting the new player Henry and his Teddy Ursa. After
You mean
reaching-
my teddy bear said Ted Wardo?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. I didn't correct him, but I just was silently laughing.
After reaching Doug, they decided to take a little break because they've decided, well, we have to, we just got to town. We got a couple of days before we have to leave. So they got themselves a hotel, kind of stuck around and got inside of the a spa, which was or not a spa, it's a sauna that was made from sand. Like instead of water on rocks, it's like sand on rocks that would create like dust cloud. So we're gonna start back.
I can only
from there.
imagine like a Flintstones like society where they have Sandaconda working the saunas,
It's a living.
blasting sand into it.
That'd be
Very
funny.
cool. All right, so we're inside of a building, so I can play this.
Oh yeah, and also yeah, Robert got to show off his chiseled abs and his scarred body.
Okay, so
I can see everything.
yeah, so Echo, I don't know.
Yo, what's up?
What
It's
would
me.
you be doing right now? I remember because you weren't here last week, so I just wanted to ask the player. Yeah, everyone, we had gotten a each person got their own room inside of the inside of this like motel. And they decided to go into the sauna and take a break. The sauna is essentially like a dust bath kind of sauna, where instead of what like a chinchilla rolling around in the dirt, it's more like the rocks when you pour dirt on them or the sand, it creates like a dust bath in the air. It's not harmful to the eyes. It just kind of, you know. It's like getting steam on your skin, except it's dust.
And well, first things first, scrap. And I'm not playing as Dak.
You're a little quiet there, River.
You might want to move your mic up a bit. Sorry.
Hello.
Yep.
Hi.
There you go.
Oh, that works.
Sorry.
Yeah. What is it? First things first. Need scrap.
Okay. Let's see if you're gonna head
And
out
I'm not
into the...
playing as Dak from a couple days ago.
I gotcha. Why don't you? Because there's not a whole lot of metal here in town, but you can go ahead and give me I'll say a hard survival check.
I was hoping for technology.
Because you're trying to look for stuff, not just.
I'm not even in the server.
Oh.
You know? Hurry up, you fucking application. I swear.
Oh, good.
Can you roll for me a 2d6?
Yeah.
All I have.
Okay. Ooh. You double ones.
I should not let you roll my rolls.
Do you want to?
You're just learning this now?
Yeah.
Tell you what, Sean and Johnny, if you want to add 2d6 each of you. We'll
You want us to
do that
roll it in the
this round.
tower or just in?
No, in the chat.
I have a 3 and a 1.
Okay.
I
I
rolled
mean,
well.
you got close. With all those combined, I was gonna combine those rolls, to see what we got. But yeah, they still missed it by 1. So yeah.
Your fault.
I will say, you don't, because this town doesn't have metal in it, because it is a town entirely like all the citizens here are made of rock. You do find a little bit of scrap just kind of sitting about, probably in the desert down below if you want to go down there. It's like a little, it's a little out of the way. It's not like super out of the way, but like it kind of like, or I'll kind of explain the town a bit. It's like this town exists inside of a ravine. So it's like from where that you exited the cave to where the town is, it's probably a good mile or two, you know, kind of thing. I mean, it's pretty long ravine. But from where you exited the cave, you were able to still see the town. Just outside of the town, maybe like 50 feet. Because there have been people that like come and go, you know, especially Arya, because she has like stuff on her. You know, you find a piece of scrap.
Single scrap.
Yeah,
Better
say
than
you find
nothing.
one scrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
should
will
not let you
return
roll my
shortly.
rolls.
Oh,
okay.
That's my mistake right there.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'm not peeved. I'm not angry. I'm not sad. I'm down for the order.
Oh, good. So Robert and Henry. You haven't had a whole lot of time to talk to Henry, but you know that both of them are at the hotel inside of the sauna.
Okay.
Yep, we're just chilling.
But what do you wish to do now? You're in town. There's a Pokemon Center and a mart here. There's like a good amount of like crystal stalls in the center of town. It almost looks like a I don't know, like a flea market in town for crystals. There's like a bunch of here. I can actually show you the yeah, and I'll show you the map. And we can go to that page too, because I gotta. Yeah, one sec. Let me get that open for you.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen the map of this town.
I just made it last night, which is
Oh,
partially
that
why
would
yeah.
That would explain why.
So one moment, everyone.
Uno momento.
There we go. So yeah, basically it's like, oops, come on. So you guys, Johnny or Robert and Henry, oops, why isn't, oh, did I not put his thing there? Hang on. Let me make a copy of that quick. My bad.
My bad.
Oops. Okay. Ah. Wrong stuff. There we
So
go.
I got eight pieces of scrap, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, like that's what you total have right now, right?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yep.
I need more scrap.
Sorry, you'd find more scrap in a town like the Metropolis you were at before, but
Well, we weren't at
I
the
didn't think
Metropolis.
of
We
it
were
at
at
the
a.
time.
no, I know.
We're
I
at
mean,
fishing.
before when you were at town, before you got the ship. Like you guys plan to go back there, and so there will be a ton of scrap there for sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that we were there at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think on it, but at that time, at that point in time, I didn't have an upgrader.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have thought of it, but hey,
Also,
whatever.
are you sharing the map on Fantasy?
I haven't shared it yet with you guys.
Oh, okay. I will say like.
Sorry.
I was gonna say the old map is up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantasy Grounds is thinking. Here.
There we go.
Yeah, I just gotta get your guys out there.
It's gotta take forever to load, but at least it's here.
Well, I see Robert.
Yeah, there's
Yep,
my
there's
beautiful
Robert.
boy.
I see nothing else.
Henry.
Oh, there I am. There I am, Gary. There I am.
And oh, I don't know where Echo was. Echo, you were over here. This is where you would have gotten the scrap, kind of down here. Kind of big.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And then I will add in. Where's got Navi. Ah, come on, make you bigger.
Also, I think we're gonna need permission to move our characters. 'Cause I
Oh,
don't think-
right.
Yeah.
Yep, one sec. There's Gizmo.
Gizmo.
And
Oh yeah. Also, Archie is there with us too. because I had him like buried in the sand.
Yep.
Oh, right. 1
Because
second.
he seems to like sand. I don't know if that's what he likes the most, but he seems to like sand.
Archie.
You like sand?
I gave him the little chinchilla treatment. By
What
the
was
way, how is
Archie's
there?
speed again?
Oh, Archie's speed is incredibly high. Look at
And the HP, just so I know for the... Just so that's at least in the combat tracker.
yeah. So technically, you're asking for the initial, not speed, right? Because
Well,
initial is better than the
speed-
speed.
Well, I'm using speed as the initiative, but yes, your initiative, I guess, because you have agility
Yeah.
training.
Because yeah, his initial is 14, his speed is 10.
Okay.
And his HP is 48. And he's only level 5.
That's fine. I don't need the level, really, just...
I know,
those-
but I just mean like he has a 48 HP and an initial
Whoops.
14, and he's only level 5, which is like insanely high for a level 5 Pokemon. He's very fast and already decently tanky.
Oh, whoops. Keep hitting the wrong ones.
Actually, he's got a lot of defense too.
There we go. Oh, excuse me. I've got hiccups now. Alright. So, we go down here, where Echo, you have just found some scrap. Alright, so, if you want to kind of explore town, this town has a bunch of, like, I didn't put a whole lot on there for this one, but they're basically just, there's a bunch of crystals here and there, you know, like, they're basically trading red crystals for other types of material and items and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we also found out that like crystals of different colors are like currency.
Yeah.
So like
So-
red crystals are like a 1 currency, and yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot what the currency levels were.
It was
in
based
the-
on what you said when you mentioned your like done your list. You were like it goes red, blue, green. You know, like for we were rolling the 1 through 6 thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I just went based on that list. So if it's red was the first, whatever the second one, 5 reds became one of those.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then you have your Pokemon Center over here. You're marked over on this side. All these other buildings are just kind of people's homes and stuff like that. Over here you have another person's home on the corner. You have the hotel motel thing that was over here where the inside is kind of red rocks and then a sand flooring with the red heated rocks over here that you would pour to make dust. And then more sand or more rooms over here. And then up there is just kind of like an entrance to another cave. But it leads to more like almost like a red sandy dust cave.
And the red and blue, I'm assuming, are the Pokemon Center and Pokemart.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh yeah, which one is Arya's shop?
Oh, you know what? Probably
That
make
one.
it this one right here.
Because yeah, I will say that's one other place that we would know for sure what it was.
Yeah. So I will put Arya over there then.
Okay. Just because, like, yeah, those are the locations we've already, or the location we've already visited.
Yep.
I guess I shouldn't say plural because we've only been to 2, and we're still
I
currently in
assume
1.
that we haven't found Swordite at all.
Not yet.
No, we were gonna look for him after we took our little break.
So what do you wish to do, Echo? Oh, right. I gotta fix that. How do I unlock tokens? There you go.
Yay!
Mhm.
Navi is going to be on Echo's shoulders as per usual.
A little quiet again. I know it's a chore.
Yeah, hold up.
Oop.
Yeah, from being someone that speaks quietly, yeah, like, or Johnny definitely knows.
Alright,
That's better.
yeah,
Much better.
Yep,
That's
yep,
better.
a lot better. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to unplug it, plug it back.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, that classic.
Classic troubleshoot.
It really does solve the problem. I just fixed that with like a thing today. So
All right, where do you wish to go?
Um,
I'll move Echo with you, or Navi with you when you
So I guess like I explore for shops. I guess.
do. Yeah, sure thing. So, like I mentioned, these huts up here. Oops. You can definitely see like a lot of trade between red rocks is being made, because the red crystals are how they sustain themselves. Like Bertoradite was mentioning to you guys before that he likes to eat other types of rocks as well, or other types of crystals as well. But the red stuff is kind of what it's almost like their blood essentially. Like they attach the red ones to him. Like Bertoradite had a bunch of red ones in his back and on his head, kind of thing, as crystals too. So this is, you could essentially be like, I guess this particular town of Doug is a red golem town. There could be like the owner of the hotel had yellow hair, and he mentioned that he came from a yellow golem town. So there's like different types of golems based on the color of the gems that Sean has on his list.
yeah, it's red, then orange, then yellow, then
Robert.
green, then blue, then violet. Which is funny because violet is one that I have the most of. So it's like we've got a lot of currency.
Okay. I guess like look through each shops to see if there's any crystals that aren't red. I guess.
Yeah, as you go to take a look at this one over here, you can definitely see the owner being a red golem. They're trading between some other golems that are around, and you can see on the shelves that there's a bunch of different crystals, kind of like more in the back, kind of like almost like a pile of crystals. You could consider that that is their register system, like like a cash register puts money in it. They have a little area that like they have like an area for all their crystals. But because they live in a ravine and different things like inside of caves that they might find, there's a lot of different materials based on like rocks and ground stuff. So like you can find soft sand, you can find hard stones, you could find it's not a lot of metal here, but you can definitely find like
This town
yeah.
sucks. They should burn it to the ground. I mean,
Well, you can't really burn it. It's all rocks. So
Turn it into glass.
Not really burn, more like copper a bomb, but we could close on that.
But yeah, anything specifically that you're looking for?
Well, since Mr. Bertoradite wants crystals and all that other shite, I guess anything out of the ordinary.
Roll me a percentage check, and you're gonna want to get high.
So a D100.
Yeah, the last die on the right.
Motherfucker. Absolute cockbag.
I mean, it could be worse. It's not that
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, you definitely find a bunch of crystals, like purple ones, green ones, orange, stuff like that. It's not like any well, let me roll one. Okay, yeah, there's nothing like in particular here. You basically find stuff that almost look like badges. Like the hard stone, which helps out rock types. There's like evilite, which I'm assuming is it's like a rock that helps it raises stats for Pokemon that haven't evolved yet. Just kind of your materialized like items and such. Like there's definitely evolution stones here.
Okay.
Stuff like
Since you
magma,
said
you know.
evolution stones, since you now said that,
Yeah.
is there any ghost? Is there anything ghost stone like?
Ghost?
Yeah, ghost.
Ooh. Gosh.
You should not roll.
I should not roll.
You should not roll.
Okay, roll me a D100. I'll say
I
you can
got-
roll me one.
Have a 6.
Okay.
Oh, I have an idea, Neil, but I want to message it to you privately about
Okay.
something.
Sure. You managed to find a stall that has evolution stones, and they actually we're in a town now because we're outside of the city. One sec. Because I can do this. Because I put it in now.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's only one, so it might be a little expensive compared to what it normally would be, but please say this is you getting all your bed rolls out for today, so tomorrow's better. Hell yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
much,
there's
how
not
much
really...
expensive are we talking here?
How much are they
It's just the
normally?
jinx points at work.
Probably about 50% more.
So normally it would be if a PDF I am looking at, it's 3K for all.
So, like, 4,500?
And also, we don't. Like, the only person that has the currency is me.
Yeah, because they
Well, I have
trade in
currency
crystals.
on me, so.
Well, they trade in
Yeah.
crystals.
Yeah, they don't trade in actual money.
Oh,
Their money is the
Yeah, you'd
crystals,
have-
and Robert
you'd have to go
Robert's the one
find-
that has all the money. Or all the crystals.
You have to go find Robert.
Robert has a lot of money's worth of crystals, but
Depends on where you go.
true.
Sorry.
It's fine.
They don't have much use for money here. They have the crystals to stay alive. They're like a self-sustaining community where they just trade instead of using money and stuff. So
Trading snacks.
yeah, trading snacks.
Gonna go where Robert is and hope for the best.
All right, so you walk in, and you definitely know that they are in the sauna. Did you want to go in there then?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much.
So we're gonna.
Hey, and being
we're gonna,
sandblasted is pretty good for an android, so you know.
We're gonna move over to Robert and Henry.
Henry.
I know I had to look at them. So you guys are inside of the sauna. Archie has been just rolling around in this sand and kind of almost created a kind of burying himself. You know how like when crabs bury themselves in the sand, and
Yeah,
or like a
or a
snake
chin-
will do it.
Or a chinchilla.
Yeah, well, I mean, Archie just kind of buries himself instead of, you know, like rolling around and then shaking the dust off. Because it's almost like, you know, sometimes he wants to be hot and other times he wants to be cool, which underneath the sand is where it's coolest. And stuff like that. So, Gizmo has been kind of doing the same, but with his skull. You know, he never really takes off the skull, but I don't think he can't. His head kind of grew into it. But yeah, he kind of rubs his head in the sand and kind of polishes the skull.
And polishes the kind of bone leak,
The bone leak,
it's
yeah.
because it's not a plant. I mean, it is. You know, it's like petrified wood.
There
Oh,
you
dude,
go.
nice.
Yeah, his leak is like petrified wood.
Also, for the record, Henry still has his hat on.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and
The only clothes that Robert is wearing is the necklace and, you know, a pair of boxers.
Nice. And yeah, I think last time Did we also end last time with a glow?
Yes, you said that there's
Okay.
no
So
emanating from Robert.
we will get to that again. Teddy Ursa or Tedwardo is kind of like playing it almost like splashing the sand around like you would splash water.
Yeah, that tracks.
Is there anything you guys want to be doing right now?
I'm still just watching Archie and, giving him some pets. I do want to almost do like a Pokemon education check to see if this might be a clue as to what Archie wants to evolve into, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Because, once again, I want Archie to kind of be the one to choose, and if he seems to be very keen on ground, I want to know if he wants to maybe be a ground type when he grows up.
Yeah.
Pokemon. Okay, yeah, that's 4. Oh, yeah, I forgot intuition is what I made expert. I guess
Okay.
intuition also could make sense for this too, but I think Pokemon education, yeah.
Yeah, you look at Archie, and Archie seems to be happy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe Archie wants to be a ground type EV. Yeah. I also then after watching Archie for a while, I then turned to Henry and I'm like, so if you don't mind me, if you think this is prying and going too far, then stop me. But I'm just curious, what is it that you are here for? Why are you on this planet to begin with?
He peeks one eye open over at Robert, and then closes it back down and says, reasons.
Nah. Don't want to talk much. Well, I can share with you why I'm here, if you don't mind sharing a little bit. Just as friendly conversation and all.
You want to go 1 for 1 or 2 for 2?
At that point, Echo comes in with the door. As the door opens, Echo, you get hit with a blast of sand. Because it's just there's sand in the room, so a new source of air came in and it blasted all the sand out. Or dust.
Echo's gonna need to be repainted after getting a sand blast.
Was it by a sandy gas?
Jeez. Alright, and now you are there.
Going to Echo immediately, without saying anything, goes up to you, Robert, stares directly at you, no one else, no nothing, and goes, I need currency to buy something.
Oh, yes, sorry, I should have probably maybe split this up with everybody. I didn't even think about that. How
Yes,
much
there's
do
an
you
evolution stone that I need.
need? Ooh, okay. What kind of evolution stone? Because I might be able to actually make it.
Ghost.
Ghost. Let's see what evolution stones I can make, because I actually might be able to make it.
That'd be kind of cool.
Well, if the GM allows, I can.
Well,
make
of course, that's your whole thing. Making
Yeah.
stones with the...
Well,
I was
because
thinking
it
about
says-
making them be like a Reaper cloth, kind of stone, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, because it says here that I can make a stone with 4 colors of a single shard.
Mhm.
But it says violet shards make a dusk stone, but violet
okay.
shards are associated with poison, dark, and ghost.
Okay.
So it's like, if there is a ghost stone, would I be able to make a ghost stone with violet shards since they are ghost-related shards?
I'd say sure. I mean, if anything, it would just make a Reaper cloth-shaped stone.
Sure.
But
Okay.
yes, that
Yeah.
would probably be what it looks like. A stone that looks like it has a Reaper cloth inside of it.
Yeah, so, I don't know how long it takes, but I pull out, well, actually, I had to say, could you run into my room quick and grab my tools? It should be in my bag. And then I could carve you up I can combine these and make a ghost stone for you. No payment required.
Sure. I'll be right back. I shall scrounge your room for it. Immediately walks out.
Yeah, as you run to Robert's room, I didn't get a chance to tell you what these rooms look like. They're kind of bland rooms. They're not really, they're beds made to fit for golems. So they're just kind of rocky cutouts from the wall. There's just a rock on the slab as a pillow. There's a cabinet that just looks like carved out not wood, stone, but it still slides in and out, so you can still put your stuff in there. Otherwise, there's no window, there's no mirror, anything kind of like that. It's basically just a bed, pillow, and a cabinet. But you you find the room that Robert is using, and you find his bag, and yeah, inside of, if you go through it, you can find his tools.
Immediately grab them tools and rush right back in. I got your tools.
Okay, that's perfect.
Got your tools.
So yeah, so I'm going to take my 3 violet shards, which I forgot how much they were as currency. Here,
well, so it was.
They are the most because it was red, orange,
I
yellow.
didn't really
green,
think
blue,
of it.
violet,
Yeah, it was 1 red equal to red, because that's the currency here.
Yeah,
is
well,
everyone
yeah,
has a
it
red
was
gold.
1.
So red equals, what was the next number? It kind of went down your line.
Orange.
So it was 5 orange, or 1 orange is 5 reds,
Yeah.
and then 5
yellow
orange
was-
equals the yellow, and then 5 yellow equals.
Okay, yeah.
Green,
So
stuff
yeah,
like
no, this is a huge deal then because we're saving a lot of money by me doing this. So yeah, I take my 4 violet shards and I cobble them together to make a the Spectre Stone. Let's call it that. 'cause that's
Spectre stone, nice,
Yeah, the Spectre Stone.
nice.
But
yeah.
I do turn to Echo and I'm like, I've never actually made one of these before, and I hope it works. But it might need to be charged, possibly. Yeah, so hopefully it works for what you need. But if it doesn't, I sadly think I know where we could go to make it work. Even though I don't personally want to go there, but if we must, we must.
If it doesn't work, we always could get a stone, and I got the money for it. But we need money to, for the ship upgrades.
Very true. We could also maybe find some back at the Metropolis too. That they accept regular currency out there, so.
Yes.
And we only intend to stay here for a couple of days.
That is very much true. Plus, we have to find Mr. Petordite, who, the one that leaked out a lot of details about the job.
Yes, it seems like this planet is very. I never did consider possibly having to worry about other types of currency. That makes me wonder about other planets and what we might have to do.
Very much so. Now, I need the stone.
Yeah, and I hand it up.
And as you hand it over, before you actually start handing it over, something around your neck starts to glow.
Oof. How bright?
Oh, it's bright, like
Ooh.
Good
like
thing my
a
eyes are closed.
phosphorus blue.
What the heck is that? I've. No, not what the heck. That doesn't sound like.
There's only one thing that was around your neck at this one time.
Well, yeah, but like.
Jove!
yeah.
See, I was
By
thinking
Jove.
by Jove
Oh.
from like that's a little.
I get
too
it. You're
much.
trying to think of something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe what the devil like.
Goodness.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
What?
And
The
then I-
Giratina?
What in the distortion world? Um, but yeah, I then very quickly take it and look at it.
It's
'cause-
kind of hard to see it because it basically looks like you're just holding a blue light.
Oh, I've never seen this happen before. Um, uh, you know, I'm gonna. Actually, I forgot. Oh no, yeah, I do have the Dowsing Rod now because I paid for it. I bought the thing. I take it out because it seemingly was being kind of weird before, and
Mhm.
see what happens with it.
It starts pointing at your necklace.
I then turn to Henry again, like, Henry, do you know? It seems weird that I'm asking you, but it was ever since I met you that things started to be a little strange. Do you know anything about this?
I'm making an education roll.
Okay.
Am I making an education roll? That's the question.
Oh, yeah, you can if you want to.
I'm guessing it would be a cult? Question mark.
Yeah, it'd be a cult.
Oh, I'm decent at a call. Can I make a roll for this?
We actually
Yeah,
all
sure.
are kind of decent. Actually, yeah, I might make mine too. I think we all.
This one's gonna be pretty difficult. Actually, let me just bring up my sheet, just so I can figure out for sure how difficult it'll be.
Yeah, I think Eckert. I think Echo and Robert are both 3, while like Henry is like that's 5 or 6.
That's a 5.
5. Oh yeah, 5 is expert. Yeah.
Common
So yeah, it's
skill
like we're all
check.
decent at at occult, but Henry
Okay.
is insane at it.
So this is. I'm going to say this because of how hard it is and because of the item. This is going to be a expert check, almost master.
Okay.
So I need you
So
to be an 18.
Yeah, not even close. Wow, that was almost as good as Echo could roll.
Oh,
Damn it!
It's all because I said it was 18 instead of the 17.
Yep, it's them jinx
Damn.
rolls.
Well. Oh wait, who has hero points?
If you, I was gonna say if you want, yeah,
Don't waste it. Don't.
yeah.
It could be very important though.
You know what?
It could be.
I like being nice, Johnny. Go ahead and reroll.
Are you spending you spent a jinx point on?
Mhm.
That's funny. All right.
Ah, nice. Okay,
Well then.
I'm gonna message you,
you
Johnny,
almost-
really quick.
You almost made literally the exact same. Like your dice are almost the exact same.
Almost
across
the
board.
same.
Yeah.
I
Like
just did a little better.
yeah. Yeah, because there's a 2, a 4, a 3, a 6. Yeah, and you just had an extra 3 instead of 2 2s. You had 2 3s instead. Other than that, all the dice are the exact same, just in different orders. Oof, boy, that seemed like it was a long message.
All right, Sean, your check, you got pretty close. I'll say. I mean, because this was the necklace that had the strange writing on it, right?
Yes, but I don't know if I would count a 6 as pretty close.
Oh, I saw the 15. Sorry.
that was
Echo.
Sorry.
yeah.
No,
the
okay.
15
Oh yeah, you.
and the other 15 that was intuition or something like that.
Oh, okay, got it.
No. that
Okay,
wasn't
Echo.
intuition. That was my
you-
Pokemon education.
That was Echo's 15. Sorry.
Yeah.
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 All right,
It's
so
not
yeah,
15.
Robert, you have no idea. It's just you know, is this the necklace that that Morgan gave you?
Yep.
Echo, you.
Well, and I know it had ancient writing on it, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I
You
should
can-
use the fucking thingamabob.
Actually,
The thing?
thing about oh, yeah, if you want to. I mean, I'll give you something with what you got for the rolls for sure.
Can I re-roll it or add like 2 more to it?
So sure, add 2 more if you want to spend the AP.
I got plenty of AP. I'm fine.
Famous last words.
Famous last words of mine. Alright, I get a 2d6 out of this.
All right, so you add 6. Nice. That actually meets the master. That's awesome. Okay, so Echo, somehow in your memory banks, you know exactly what this is. Maybe not to an exact point, only because the lantern that you then pull out helps you reveal some of that memory. In which case, Robert and Henry, you see Echo pull out a lantern that glows brightly. Almost not quite the same color.
That thing. Yeah.
Not quite the same brightness as the, like that one. You like Robert's, yours is a white, like a blue auraed white light,
Mm-hmm.
almost like a white light at the center and around the edges blue. Echo's is more of a just pure white bright light. And his lantern almost looks somewhat similar to that of a lampent. But it's not a Pokemon, it's just an actual lamp.
Yeah.
It's just a lamp in the shape of a lamp.
Very curly edges, almost like a frilly scarf, kind of on the tips, on the edges. And as they hold it there, Echo, your eyes then shine a little white as well, and yeah, you remember somehow you get a glimpse of a door or a pillar. You could tell this is an item that came from that pillar.
And and is this a recognizable place or not recognizable?
Not recognizable. Just like almost like a rumored memory bank.
Huh.
So you only see the pillar and not the surrounding.
The rumor mill cache. The rumor come out. Does pillar reach sky?
Ooh, yeah, if it's sky pillar, that'd be cool. Actually, yeah. Could Echo judge the size of the pillar? Like, is it like a tower, like sky pillar, or is it like waist
Echo,
high?
you would know from your banks. It says it's about your height. There's a little.
It's more of an obelisk than a pillar.
Has a little indentation of a diamond.
And it has the same, and that's in shape that Robert has, pretty much.
No, his. I mean, the inside of it kind of has the same shape, but his necklace doesn't fit the same shape as the indentation on the pillar. His necklace almost looks like a actually, Sean, you want to tell us what the necklace looks like?
That's a good question. I never actually pictured the shape of it. Well, because yeah, I just
it does not look like a diamond.
Okay. Yeah, because I kind of pictured it having maybe almost like a hexagonal, like if you looked at it from the top down, I was thinking like hexagonal like shape.
Yeah. Like a hexagon.
And then it was kind of like 2 inches long, and maybe like the width was like an inch, or 3 inches long. The width is like an inch, and it's like a 3D hexagonal like thing, like a what is that called when you have like a regular like 2D shape and it's a 3D version of it, like
a hologram?
No. like a square to a cube kind of a thing. There's a name for that, but I forgot what it's called. Um,
Oh, yeah.
like instead of it being a square, it's a cube. But like, yeah, this is that. It's like a hexagon that, yeah, is about 1 inch wide, and then it's like 3 inches long. And on it, there's writing in some sort of ancient text that no one can decipher. And Robert is convinced that it's from some sort of ancient race because that text has been discovered on other planets before, or at least one other planet, and he's suspecting that this race might have been a spacefaring race that outdates any other race in this universe. But yeah, he's been not able to confirm that, and he's been kind of called a crackpot for even thinking it. That,
Gotcha.
and he also thinks that Poke Earth is the progenitor of this galaxy, where everything comes from Poke Earth, and that also has kind of been him labeled as, kind of nuts. So,
Whoever called him nuts need a dropkick, that's for sure.
I mean, he understands.
Everyone in the known universe gets a dropkick then.
Yeah.
Your necklace. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, all that writing and whatnot. Yeah, Echo kind of relays this little, I guess, like very deep in memory cache that never get into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them things, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just relays the information out.
That's fascinating. If that's in your memory, then you must have been conscious at some point to see this. Where have you said you've been?
Pinocchio, the graveyard planet.
Is that
And
the only
Rutania.
place? Oh, yeah, Britannia.
And Rutonia. It could be one of those two planets. But then again, I am not exactly sure, because I only able to see the pillar itself, not the surroundings.
Well, that makes me think. Wait, also, you mentioned that your pod had something to do with... Oh, crap, I forgot his name. But, what is his name? The scientist.
GI.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Grail Industries, yeah. Is Grail on Rutania? Like, do we know where Grail is found?
I don't know.
Okay.
No one knows.
I didn't know if we made like an education check and like had an educated guess of where he might be.
Your education guess, or your education roll determined that it could be Grail Industries.
Okay.
But no one really knows because he's just kind of
Where
a secretive
he's
scientist.
located.
Like, he helps make a lot of things, but he kind of does it all in secret.
Yeah. Well, it might be a good idea then to scour Britannia or I forgot the name of the ghost planet already.
Pinocchio.
Paphonia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Paphomia.
Pinocchio.
Paphomia would be, oof, scary, but it'd be an
It's
interesting
not
place
really
to
that
look.
scary. It's more or less of we would call a graveyard planet, but it's pretty peaceful there if you don't mind the gravestones and all the such.
Yeah, I've already been to a graveyard planet. I don't want to go to a different one necessarily.
At this point, your necklace starts to fade, Robert. Like, it's like slowly fading as if, like it's just slowly losing its energy.
I checked to see if there's anything on it that might have changed, like shape or the text changed.
Nothing about the shape changed, but the text is now lit up.
Okay, so the text
And you
is
can
still
read
kind
it.
of going. Really?
Yep, it says, "Seek the pillars throughout the stars."
Pillars throughout the stars.
And the writing doesn't seem to fade or stop glowing.
So that means that there might be more than one of those pillars that you saw, Echo. And they might be tied into this ancient race. Fascinating.
By the way, do any of you look at the necklace?
Henry is eyeing Robert suspiciously.
Suspiciously? What was there to be
Suspiciously.
suspicious about me? I'm not
Kind of like that concerned stare.
Yeah.
But yeah. If any of you look at the glowing necklace, you guys can't actually read it.
And I did read it out loud, so
Yeah.
you know that I read it.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Robert, I do have to warn you though, we can't read the text, only you can.
Really? So the text didn't change, but it changed for me.
To me, it is a bunch of lines and scribbles.
Yes, because I that's exactly what it looked like to me also. I wonder why. Maybe I have some sort of attunement to it. Using D&D terminology there.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been wearing this for, well, just over half of my life. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't
do not
really
know.
I don't even take it off when I sleep.
All I can say is I do not know, and I do need that Spectre Stone.
Yeah, I would have handed that over already.
Alright then, goodbye.
Alright.
Yeah.
Echo, as you leave the room and shut the door behind you, it is just Robert and Henry now in the room.
Still staring.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you know about this? The way you're looking at me suggests that, I don't know, you seem overly suspicious for something that's just a glowing rock to you.
What kind of freaky occult shit just happened?
I assure you, I don't know, but I would really like to find out.
I'm not quite convinced.
Well, how much do you know about the occult? Because that actually could help me.
Enough.
Oh, and I will say another thing. Your necklace, Sean, did change from like a grayish to like a now like a deep blue.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like the actual like stone like color of it changed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I only know the occult as it relates to history. Because, you know, when you dig back far enough in history, there's definitely... magic has shaped many worlds. But that's about all I know. But if you seemingly know more... Can I actually tell that Henry is kind of holding back when he says enough? That he knows enough.
Make an intuition check.
Can't hide.
And Johnny, if you wish to do a whatever, I guess what kind of check would it be? Either a oh shit, my thing just like you can either do guile
I don't think any
or
I don't think any roll is gonna hide from a 23.
That depends on what the role is.
I'll say either you can do intimidate, guile, focus, or charm.
I am terrible in all of that. So I'm not winning this role.
Well, now we get to see how much Robert wins by.
Yeah, you choose which one you want, and still have to roll.
How badly do I see through Henry?
What were they?
Intuition, intimidate, guile, focus.
I mean, to be fair,
Charm.
Robert is a teacher, so he can
Alright.
easily see through his students.
So
I mean,
I'm doing intuition.
Okay.
he gives you the dad look.
9. You beat me by 9.
Yeah.
Not bad. He might be holding a little back.
Yeah. So yeah, Robert will give like the raised eyebrow look.
You're both raising eyebrows at each other.
I'm not
Yeah.
raising eyebrows. I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm
I've got this
staring
look
at
of concern on my face right now.
Yeah.
I am sus as hell of Robert right now.
But yeah, I just give a raised eyebrow. I'm like, okay, you know enough. I can assure you though that I am not to be concerned for or of.
Hey GM,
Especially-
how does Teddy Arisa look right now?
Teddy's just looking at you with his claw in his mouth, like he kind of does like when a child sucks on a thumb. He's just looking up at you, Henry. Like a little confused, but also a little worried about you.
I smile down at Tedwardo in reassurance that everything is fine.
Teddy, here's that.
You know what? I'm gonna do a Pokemon education on Teddy Ursa to also prove to him and Henry that I am not a threat. I don't really know what to do or say, but yeah, I'll say to Teddy Ursa, just be like, there's nothing to fear from me.
Oop.
I am a good person.
We lost an echo.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
One sec. I can fix this. At least for now. Oops. Maybe not that.
It's just my head.
No. Echo's off doing whatever it is Echo's doing with the
Yeah.
stone.
I don't know my phone.
Trying to evolve their Eevee already.
That's
Their internet died.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's okay.
Yeah,
they'll
that's
probably come back.
unfortunate.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do a 13 to try to also reassure Tedwardo's, thoughts and feelings, like. Because if I
Keep in
can't reach out to
Yeah.
Henry, then I can try to reach out to Tedwardo.
Tedwardo has a lonely nature.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
why I'm trying to calm him down.
Henry, can you roll me Tedwardo's
I'm a
focus?
I'm a Poke psychologist.
If they have
Mhm.
focus.
Don't know.
I think no, every Pokemon has like
Every
Oh, there
Pokemon
it
has
is.
everything.
There it
that,
is.
It's just there's some like that. Yeah.
some can be just terrible at it, but I think they always have something.
Yeah, like Teddy Ursa.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Tedwardo just looks at you, Robert, and kind of like with his little claw in his face, and just smiles at you and goes back to throwing sand around.
But yeah, I give him a very warm smile in return.
All right.
Um,
Well. I mean, unless there's any more you want to say.
Yeah, I just want to like make sure that Henry knows that I'm not a threat. Like, I can assure you that I, like I said, am not to be feared, and you shouldn't be afraid for me. In fact, this is actually a huge breakthrough, and I might be able to. Rewrite some history books. This is my interest in this is purely academic.
And I'm supposed to believe that?
Do you not?
Because that is definitely something someone of a bad nature would lie about.
What could I
Although-
do to assuage your concerns?
Although, I must say, given the events, it's quite different from last time.
Last time.
I'll say that much.
I won't press you on that, but I am interested in what happened this last time. But you know, if you don't mind, I'm actually out here looking for historical either artifacts or writings like this, and it does seem that you do know your way around it. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind if you actually accompanied us if you have nothing else better to do.
Let me think about it.
Okay.
Guess who's back?
Yes, the offer
Back
is out.
again.
Alright, well, before we get too into it,
Yeah.
as we kind of leave the scene where Robert and Henry are talking about this mysterious item, this mysterious necklace that is just finished glowing, but left
Mysterious
behind
thing.
with some glowing text, we're gonna go to a break.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna do it while we were waiting for River to come back, but you came back just in time. All right,
Yes.
so we're gonna go on a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Probably 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. There'll be some good music on the break. But go get some drink. Go get some food. Take a break. Lay down. I mean, don't fall asleep because we'll be right back. But
We'll be right back after these messages.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll be right back.
It's just Hypnotoad.
We'll be right back. shouldn't have said anything.
Right?
Yeah, comment down below what your favorite Joe Pesci anything is.
Absolutely.
Hello and
Absolutely.
welcome
My
back,
cousin
everyone.
Oh yeah, my cousin Vinny is yeah, that's just classic, you know, Joe Pesci.
All right. So now that we are back, we've decided, Schoolie, because that we're gonna give the item to Sean, or to Robert, but we haven't really decided what it is yet. So if you have an idea of what you'd like to do for the suspicious theme for a kind of item, you can let us know. But if you haven't thought about anything, then we'll try to come up with something before next week. Doing on the break, I'll see. Oh yeah, that was he brought that up, and I was like, well,
Yeah,
I mean, we were thinking of but so yeah, like I said, we decided to give it to Robert. We haven't really thought of what it'll be yet.
We were
So
trying to
if
think
you-
of like, what do you mean by suspicious?
Yeah.
Suspicious how?
If there's an item you was thinking would be a good fit for him, in the store, or if you want to create something for him, excuse me, we can go with that as well. Otherwise, we will try and come up with something for next week. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out if you have any ideas, but we're gonna get going. Robert, Echo, and Henry. Echo has left the dusting chamber, the
Echo
dusting
has
sauna.
left the building.
Are you guys still wanting to be there for a good while, or are you guys gonna be exploring the town pretty soon?
Being a little perturbed, you know, I just stand up and I'm just like, you know, I think I'm pretty. Well, relaxed isn't the right term, but I feel like we've had enough time. I want to meet up with Patorodite. If you want to stay here, then yes, but yeah, we have something that we came here for, and I should probably do that soon.
All right. I keep hearing this name Batorodite.
Yes.
Might as well check it out.
Also, I could maybe assume how you don't really want to have Robert leave your sight anymore.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, you guys exit the dust sauna. Go back to your rooms and clean yourselves up. I guess you could have cleaned yourself walking out too, but you gather your
Dusting
stuff
the
together.
Sand out of the hair.
Yeah. Ted Wardo kind of shakes his body just to get the sand off of him. Same thing with Archie, yeah. And as well as I think Gizmo actually leaves some of it on his skull.
Yeah. Gizmo probably he doesn't even shake
In
it
fact,
off.
he just starts stuffing it in his skull.
Yeah, just
Little pocket, little keeps the edges inside of the skull off of his face, and he puts the sand.
skull sand instead
Skull
of
sand.
A
pot
little bit
sand.
in his mouth
Skull
so he
sand.
can eat.
He's eating sand.
No, not eating sand. Stuffing it in his mouth so he can chew food.
Oh, true.
Oh, like yeah.
Oh, like a gizzard kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Runaway is actually like really good as an ability in this. Damn.
All right. So, as you guys clean up and get your stuff again, you're now able to explore the city to your heart's content. Echo, you've already kind of gathered your things and kind of walked around the city. Is there anything you want to do while they're kind of cleaning up? Or are you going to wait for them?
I'm gonna wait for him because there's one more surprise.
Gotcha.
And I think,
yeah.
Robert, no, I think Sean knows what's about to go down.
Oh, I definitely know. Like, yeah. and Robert probably does too, honestly, because he knows Pokemon. He knows something that you have that can evolve with Ghost Stone.
All right.
But yeah,
You guys come out of the
also,
build. Oh,
I'm
yep.
curious. Can you see the glow through Robert's shirt?
I mean, you can
It's
test it.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, he'll look down just to make, to see if if the glow is visible. He's wearing almost like a leather. Well, he's wearing like a leather jacket, but I don't really know what the shirt that he's wearing is made out of actually. Actually, it is also kind of leather. It's like leather on leather almost. Like it's like a leather jacket and like a leather shirt.
Sounds a little too warm for the
collar.
weather here.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Make a perception check, Sean, for Robert.
Coming from the character dressed all in black.
And Henry, if you wish to as well, you can roll a perception check to see if you can see it through his shirt, his leather shirt.
Perception to see through Robert's shirt. Got it.
I mean,
Damn.
you already saw him with his shirt off, so I mean.
Okay, Robert, you can't see it shining through your jacket. Henry, it's faint, but it seems hideable.
Yeah, it's not super noticeable if anyone else saw it. And question.
Only noticeable to the keen eye.
Yeah.
Good. It might cause some trouble if I was trying to sneak, but Robert doesn't notice, so he can't make that observation. Not that Robert's stealthy, anyways. He, in his day, was more of the reckless charge kind of guy, so he
Alright.
never really snuck anywhere.
As you guys walk out of the building, you see Echo there, standing waiting for you guys.
Oh, hello, Echo.
Yes, I also, I guess you call it at a good time, cause watch this. Kind of throws a Pokeball out to bring out Nova the Eevee.
Eevee! I gotta find Nova now.
That was
Just
very,
a muscular Eevee.
Yeah.
Eevee.
Actually,
that
I'm
Eevee
okay with
sounded
that, I
like that Eevee sounded sick almost like.
Oh wait, no, this
Hey.
was yours was the dark type Eevee show. That's right. Yeah. So Echo, as you toss out your Eevee, and it's a Henry. You see a flying Eevee.
Yeah,
Its front paws have
flying,
wings.
a flying fox Eevee.
Kind of grabs onto Echo's side and just kind of hangs off of him.
He just kind of blinks a couple times.
Eevee. Eevee. Ugh. Sounds like he just popped out of the Pokeball and he's like, whoa.
I think something is wrong with your Eevee. And not because it's flying. It looks like a bleh.
And then, quickly, I am trying to ignore all that. Echo is going to bring out that Scepter Stone and looks at Nova and offers it.
Nova, he or she, I forgot. He goes
Yeah.
to sniff it.
Archie and
bumps it.
Nova were brothers.
You can see the stone sort of glow and then it kind of fades. Like it would work, but Robert was saying, it might need to be charged a bit.
We might have to go to Performia or a different graveyard planet to charge it.
Oh, I see.
I don't particularly like graveyards, but for your Eevee,
Robert, roll
that
me
might be
a occult
necessary.
education.
Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. We have tornado alarms going on.
You would know that you don't necessarily need to go to the ghost planet or anything specific to
True.
get this thing charged.
Yeah.
As
Or
long
you
as
might need to
you
find souls.
no, not souls. Kind of works how like an evolutionary stone works on a Pokemon that it just charges it with Pokemon energy.
Okay.
If you give your Eevee, you would know that giving the Eevee a stone that you make, since it's not naturally made, you would need to charge it by having it make have the Pokemon hold on to it.
Oh,
It's charging
okay,
it
so
by giving it Pokemon energy.
it's more of a held item than it is like Firestone, you just touch it immediately, and then okay. Yeah. So you might actually need to give it to. I already forgot his name. Oh no.
Nova.
Nova. Yes, you might need to give it to Nova to hold for a while then, due to the nature of the energies in it being a little weaker.
Actually, I know how it would be now.
Also, I need to turn on my fan because I had to close the window because the sirens are really loud. Because there's a tornado siren not too far from my house. So now I'm starting to get a little warm. So
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Yeah.
and it's
Robert.
Minnesota. Hooray!
Robert, you would also know, the charge goes faster if it's held by a Pokemon of the same type of that you're trying to.
Oh, sure.
Like if it's a ghost type Pokemon holding a ghost type evolution stone, it will charge way faster.
Yeah. So I also bring that up too. But that does not mean that you should kill your Eevee. That would not be a good idea. By the way,
excuse me.
is there a way to find out what Nova's primary and secondary typing are? Like is that like a roll or like
That
is there a
would
way
be
to
a
find
that
out?
would be a Pokemon education as well.
Okay. I was to say because it's like I don't actually know what kind of roll that would be.
Damn. So Nova's, we said that your Eevee was, it was normal flying, right?
Yeah, it's normal flying.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
normal flying Eevee.
So it'll lose the flying type when it evolves.
No, it'll lose the normal type.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know
It's the
if
primary.
Become a
Yeah.
Drifblim.
Like Robert,
Yeah.
yours is a normal dark type right now.
Okay.
So if you
then
evolve
it'll
it'll
lose the normal type.
it'll lose the normal type.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense if it would lose the primary typing. Duh.
Yeah, because
that
Eevee
actually
only
makes
has
a lot
one
more
type,
sense.
and then when it evolves, it gains only one type
Yeah.
or changes type. So.
The normal is what changes. Yeah. The
Yeah.
primary typing of Eevee is what changes.
Mhm.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. Okay.
I
So
see.
so no matter what, it's going to be a bat. Ugh.
A
I
ghost
I,
bat.
I, I, I turn I turn to Archie. I'm like, I'm so happy that you're not a bat anymore.
Well, he's just confused at you because
so-
he never was a bat.
So, in order for this stone to charge, you said that he needs to be a ghost type that could
Yeah.
hold it, essentially.
Or he just needs to hold it for a little extra
'Cause-
time.
If you if you
Ooh.
have a Pokemon that holds a stone that would evolve with that stone, it doesn't actually evolve with the stone. It's just holding onto it. You have to actually use the stone on them, like just in the game. You can
Yeah.
like a Pokemon can find evolutionary stones with pickup, but if a Pokemon that has pickup evolves with a Moonstone, and let's say it picks up a Moonstone, it doesn't just automatically evolve since it picked it up. So you can have
Also-
a Pokemon
I
hold a
gotcha. stone.
Like let's say a Nidoran or a Nidorino was holding a Moonstone, it wouldn't evolve to a Nidoking just because it was holding the Moonstone. You'd have to use it on it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Also, would
So if
say
I,
Navi be able to charge it, being a ghost type?
Hang
And
on,
then-
what was that, Echo?
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, Sean was about to say the exact same thing. So if Navi is holding on to it to charge it, does that still count?
Yeah, it would still count. It kind of like you get to choose. I'll say you get to choose what it turns into, because it's still charging it with ghost type energy, even though there's a mix of fairy in there. I'll say it's gonna be whatever the primary typing would be, is what it gets charged with. So I
So
think
Navi can
Navi
still
is a ghost
charge-
fairy, so
Yeah.
she can still charge it with ghost.
Yeah. and
I'll
then-
say
Okay,
it gets
so
charged with
base-
whatever the big primary is.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. So basically, Navi is considered as a outlet, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Not Navi is the
An
battery to charge up the
Yeah.
stone for Nova.
And I'll say
All right.
it'll
That's
just
cool.
take a day.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet.
Since it's actually
Uh,
with a typing, otherwise it would take probably 2 days. So
Okay, so
Well, that I
So
all relate to
Echo
you in
looks
character.
okay, I got you. Yeah, hold up. I got a burp.
That was a good base.
that was me.
Oh.
Yeah, I did that silent burp.
I know. I did it for them.
So Echo kind of pets off Evie because this Nova is real cuddly.
Yeah.
Because of its nature. But since Stone isn't working, looks down at Routes and goes, "Can you hold this for a day? Can you hold this for a day, Navi?"
For us, Navi's just like, when in your head is like, a whole day? Okay.
Just yes.
Like
it
imagine
needs to
like
be
holding a
charged.
rock. Imagine holding a rock like almost half your size for a whole day.
Wow, it's that big? Holy crap.
Well, I mean it's an evolutionary stone. They're about this big, and Ralts is like that tall. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Navi, but it is to charge that stone since it is a ghost type, and
It's
you
okay.
are a ghost type.
It's okay. I get it.
Plus, our friend is about to be a ghost type very, very soon.
Another ghost type friend. We'll have 3 then.
Yay, more dead
Yes.
friends.
I was not going to go there, but sure.
I mean, that is a good point. This stone is effectively going to kill Nova. Like, the stone's actually in the shape of a guillotine. You just put the Pokemon's head through it. It chops off the head and then evolves.
Okay, we're going down a dark route.
No, it just becomes a beholder, but with that Pokemon's face.
Oh, gross. Now we're talking Pokemon Infinite Fusions.
As long as
Alright,
it's not Miltank fused.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Echo gives Navi the Scepter Stone to hold on to and to charge it.
Nice. Yeah, she grabs it. I could do
And,
this now. Bam. Yeah, I figured it out.
Message deleted.
Yeah, it was
It was an ad.
It was an ad. Bot ad.
I watched it pop in and immediately get deleted.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. Well,
I
hey,
figured
it's
out how to do
cool.
mod stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, I guess I technically can give people mods too. So if any of you want mods in the future,
Cool. Yeah. Considering that I do watch most of your streams,
okay,
you know, if I'm able
I'll have to figure out how to get you guys in on that. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Anyway,
yeah, sorry.
getting a little bit sidetracked. Yeah. So give Stone to
Little.
Navi
No.
to charge, and now we got to find Mr. Petordite.
Yep.
Alright.
And the person in the reception did point out where he.
Yeah, he said that Batorodite's home was at the end of the current building and house line you guys are at. And he kind of says it's a little past there. His farm is kind of like he forgot to mention this part, which he mentions it when you guys leave. That he goes, Batorodite's farm is like just past that cave back there. See the red? You'll see the red sand. It's not. It won't be hard to miss.
Great, more caves.
It's
Oh.
not far. It's just
This
a
place-
straight road. No way to get lost back there.
This place is very cave heavy, but it makes sense. This is a planet full of ground type.
Mhm.
So wait, to the south or to the north?
To the north.
To the north.
Okay.
Can I make a Pokemon roll for something? All right, let's get up there then. Immediately, Echo starts going up there.
Wow, you went fast.
Watching that Naruto run.
So yeah, I'm just gonna put you on this because I don't have a map for his home, but this is where we will put you for now. So.
Okay, so real quick, Mr. GM man.
Yep.
would not Navi, Echo know about a Golett? Because it's a
Golett?
ghost type. Golett.
You can. I'd say you probably have a vast knowledge of Pokemon in your memory brain, but I would still say probably make a Pokemon education check to try and see if you can get that knowledge.
I have a 7.
Okay.
Go fish.
You would know what a Golett is, but not much other than that. You just know it's a ground type. And I guess you would know it's a ghost type as well, but not much where to find it.
Okay, I'll probably bring it up to Robert later.
All right. So onwards into the cave, I guess.
All right.
Hopefully we don't find any more flying rats.
What's
What
that
I gotta-
supposed to mean?
I'm not a fan of bats.
Just
He
like you're
is.
not a fan of graveyards, huh?
No.
Yes,
that's for
because
a different reason.
because apparently Robert is definitely afraid of bats.
Interesting.
And the reasons why I don't like graveyards is for a different reason entirely. I lived on a graveyard for far too long.
Henry pulls out his book and starts writing something down.
All right. So as you guys start walking into the cave, you can definitely see the sand that's kind of blown in from outside. Roll me a survival check to figure out why there's sand here.
Survival.
Rival,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Not that
On
hard.
all of us?
If
9.
you want to.
I'll roll it.
I don't think survival.
Have a 6.
That's the one thing that we all kind of lack.
Okay, Henry, you would know that. Well, I mean, because you can all feel a subtle wind. Because the opening to the ravine is creating big airflow.
It's not an ominous wind, right?
No. The
Good.
cave isn't actually that long. You can actually see the exit as soon as you walk in, pretty much.
Just dim light in the distance.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And then for that, Robert, you, because there's no light, kind of at the end of the tunnel, you see a glint in the sand.
I walk over to it and inspect it
All right.
before picking it up.
It looks like a black rock.
Is it one that I can recognize from something?
It's partially buried in the sand, so you're not quite sure. You can roll me a perception check if you want.
Sure.
Kind of hard to tell when it's this deep in the sand.
Okay.
You kind of just saw the tip of it.
Well, because even though my head is a Lucario, I'm as curious as a cat. I pick it up.
All right. You pick up this palm-shaped rock with a little bit of a edge on the edges. You find a piece of obsidian. And this is going to be considered a type booster, kind of like the, you know how like when you give a Pokemon an item that increases their damage for certain type moves?
Yep. In fact, eventually I can make type boosters with my Artificer.
This is a dark type booster.
Awesome. Do we have any
Yeah,
dark type Pokemon on our teams yet?
you do.
I do. Oh yeah,
Eventually.
duh! I have Archie.
Yeah.
Doesn't know any dark type moves yet, but
I mean, he learns
so
Bite pretty soon, right?
I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, plus also it is dark type, so I do plan on giving it some dark moves. So
Yeah.
at some point, just
So
same
yeah,
with,
so I can
same
tell
with
that
yours,
it's a dark.
dude. I'll be doing
type
some
booster.
flying.
Yeah.
Actually,
I-
Echo, what level is your EV?
7.
And mine's
Does it?
5.
Did I give yours? No, I gave your Vulpix Gust because it was level what? I don't know. Gust is like a 1d8 or something, right? Or a 2d6 move. Robert.
Oh, I thought you were talking. Oh, my Vulpix.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Echo.
No, you're good.
My Vulpix was Cosmo.
I said you get Gust,
Yes,
right?
Cosmo has Gust. Yeah.
What is the No, I guess that's fine. Yeah.
And Cosmo's level is 7, and Archie is 5.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Then yeah, Echo. Your Nova can also have Gust,
Yeah.
so that it has some kind of flying move on it.
Yeah. For some reason, yeah. When you mentioned flying Vulpix, I thought you were talking to Echo because I'm like, oh wait, no, that's flying Eevee. Well, I have the flying Vulpix, so yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
wasn't answering. Had a 7-way to do position.
Oh, good. When you were like freaking out about
Oh.
being a mod, it's like, oh,
I think it'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
being a mod. I just don't know how to be one.
I think if I make you a mod, it just makes it so like you get the options to delete texts and stuff as well. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever
I
seen
think if I
Meaty
give-
Streamer Overload, that's you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I think mods also have, if I make it that way, mods have the ability to do the commands as well.
Yeah, yeah. The,
like Lydia does in
exclamation
for Edward.
commands. Yeah.
But yeah,
But
so
yeah,
you find
so-
an obsidian piece that makes it so dark type moves are slightly more damaging.
Yeah.
I
will-
think I don't know if it's gonna do the same thing as like a plate.
Yeah.
But like the boosters, this isn't a booster that gets used like a one and done though.
It'll
like
well
a
see
gem.
like as a crystal artificer, I can eventually make type boosters
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually make plates. So there
Nice.
is a difference between a type booster and a plate.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll
I think
just
there's
consider it
differences
as, like,
between gems too, because the gems are like a one-time use.
Yeah, they just
So-
boost the move by like one time. So
Yeah.
I'll mark down that I have a type booster in the same way that
Nice.
that
So
I
yeah,
can-
you'll have a
can-
dark type, type booster.
Yeah,
and
It's a piece of black glasses.
Yeah. And if your Eevee doesn't learn bite at all, I'll come up. I'll look through the moves and see if there's a good one that I can have it teach. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it can
Snarl.
learn bite. So, Snarl's really powerful.
Yeah, Snarl's
That would be a
really-
later
yeah,
move.
That'd be insane. That would
A lot
be
of-
after
you know
the
what?
bonus
I mean,
probably.
it's also special attack though.
Actually,
Yeah.
Sean, will you look up Eevee quick in the Pokedex and see if it learns bite? Pretty soon.
already there. Oh wait, no, I'm on Vulpix right now. But
Because
yeah,
if it doesn't learn it, then I could say you can learn bite, which is fine.
But
Anyway, yeah.
yeah. So is there?
Bite at level
What-
17.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, the booster is the item that you would get from Schoolia.
From school, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, level 17, that's not too far to wait. But yeah, could I fashion it into like a little necklace or like have like a little chain wrapped around it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, and then I do that, and then I put it on Archie's neck. Even though he
Mhm.
can't use it yet, I still, I want to bling out Archie a little bit.
Yeah, Archie likes it. He kind of
Well,
shoves it
yeah,
into his
Archie.
little fluff, and you can see it's like tucked in his fluff.
Yeah.
Would you
It's
say
still
he
visible,
flips his head back and forth with flair? It's a serious question.
Maybe. I mean,
I whip my head back and forth.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
So with that majestic fluff flip that Eevee does, I take short notice, or a small glance, and a little bit under my breath, I say, now that is a Pokemon worthy of contest.
Archie, I actually really do want to like if we do start doing Pokemon contests, Robert would definitely be interested in them, and probably Archie would be his like main go-to. I mean, he's a
Anyway,
shiny.
Echo is going to be walking.
Yep, and then
Sounds
Robert's going
good.
to.
As Robert and then you start talking about Pokemon contests.
Oh, I wasn't
Echo
talking about contests.
No,
I just muttered it under my breath and kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you get to the end of the cave, you can definitely see it kind of opens
Swarm
up
of
and almost
Zubats.
blinding as you come out to the edge of the mountain range. Or kind of like it's almost like you exit a cave that is on the edge of the, because you could see the mountain where you were kind of in, because you flew through the mountain and landed in Kern, and then you went through the tunnel to go to Doug. Then you came out of this tunnel, which is a cave that led out from the ravine, and you can see the mountain behind you, standing at like essentially like what would be like 100 miles tall, 1,000 miles tall. It's pretty big. I mean, it is a big difference between 100 and 1,000, but you know, it's big.
Yeah, it's a tall mountain.
Yeah.
Would you
So-
say Everest size or like Fuji or?
This is taller than Everest.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
It's
so-
like if you think about it, like Gilead is the size of like Saturn,
Okay. Yeah.
and if the mountain range compared to like Mount Everest was on Saturn, it'd probably be about 3 times taller.
Okay. Sure.
It's pretty big.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 All right.
But yeah, you exit, and one of the first things you can see is definitely one of the weirder sights. You've seen farms before, but nothing like this. It's a farm of crystals. And even though that it would normally be like crystal, like you would see like brown dirt like in the ground, like with plants, this is just dirt like from the sand, and there's just crystals growing in the sand. There do seem to be some kind of machines next to it. You can almost hear a low hum, and they kind of spread out between the farm. But yeah, in the background you can definitely see like, you know, herds of Pokemon. Like this is an actual farm. It's more like a rock farm or crystal farm. You can definitely see like Pokemon just like herding around like the farm, like almost as if like it looks like some of them are sentry and guarding, you know, kind of thing. Because out in the desert, anything's possible. So you definitely see towering Gigaliths in the background. Most of them being red, maybe a couple here and there of blue. But they just seem to be kind of doing their own thing.
When you say red and blue, do you mean their crystals or do you mean their body color?
They're crystals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, like it's very sparsely that you see any of the blue ones. It's mainly just a red with maybe a blue here and there, you know. But it's like if you see a horde of like cow, you know, out in the distance and it still looks like a dot, it's like if like you can definitely see these things are just big Gigaliths. And like some Bulldors and Rock and Rollers here and there. You see some stuff, some in the ground that look like, and you've Robert and Echo, you've seen this one before. It is a bunch of these, like they almost look like gathered flowers in a area, kind of next to a hill, just kind of in the shade. There are a bunch of Glimets. One of the ones that Torridate had in his ship.
Yep.
You see just a multitude of different types of Pokemon just kind of on this farm. Most of them looking a bit like rocks, though. Or if not rocks, like, you know, like Savannah type Pokemon. You know, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
But past all the farming, where the crystal starts, and the barn where the crystal farming starts and ends, at the very end you definitely do see a building that almost looks like another mound of rock. But this one has some holes in it. You know, it looks like it's got a doorway and everything, kind of like that.
Well, I walk up and I take my shovel and I tap on the door because I don't want to knock on stone. That would hurt.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Coming. And he opens the door, and you see. Oops. Sorry. I'm gonna go. You see what looks like Bertordite, except he looks a little bit withered and cracked.
Oh no.
Oh, how can I help you?
Yes, Betordite. Oh, what happened? It's only been a little while since we've met you, and you already seem a little haggard.
Hang on one second.
He's just
He kinda
bolting.
yells over. He's like, "Retardite, you have some friends here."
Oh.
Oh, my friends are here.
Turns
I'll
out
be right
Robert
there.
is accidentally racist.
And then you hear also, it's like, "Retardite is friends? That's wonderful news."
Yes, Betordite found us on...
And then you see another Retardite show up, but this one is like wearing a yellow dress.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that's speaking with the high
Yeah.
pitch.
You must be his
Um,
friends.
Yeah, we met him on... Why do I not ever have names of places written down?
Anno.
Yeah, at
Anno.
Anno. Yeah, he was looking for people to help him with this crystal farm.
Well, I am not exactly a friend to Betordite, only merely acquaintance waiting to get a job done for him.
Oh, he had a job for you, eh?
Yeah,
Betordite!
it involves him.
Yeah, Pa! Are you sending people to get your crystals again? I mean, they helped. I mean, I'm hoping that they helped. As the Retordite comes along, he's like, "Hiya, how you doing? Welcome to my home. Well, my parents' home.
So
Yes.
let me get this
letting
straight.
They're letting me farm here, though."
You spent this entire journey to find a child.
Well,
He's
I
like
don't know
30.
how old he is. Yeah. He just lives with his parents.
Oh, hello, and you are?
Nobody important.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, Henry, yeah, Betordite wouldn't know.
You see Betordite kind of like he gets a little sad that he doesn't get to meet a new person.
I put my
Um,
arm around Henry. He's like, "Oh, you're perfectly important."
Don't touch me.
Well,
I start
anyway,
writing in my book again.
Seeing that you're here, were you able to get some?
Yes, I take the bag full of crystals and I just open it and dump it out.
Whoa.
Yeah, got quite a lot of green here for you.
Ooh, thank you.
And
yeah, you can definitely see that on his farm.
that I found.
There was a ton of red, just to
Yeah.
kind of like, it's what they use to stay up, because they don't really need to trade red crystals to get the red crystals from the
Yeah.
town. Then,
They have
but
food.
most of the stuff they have is yellow, and you didn't actually see any green. It was just red and yellow,
Okay.
pretty much.
But yeah, I have 1 orange, 2 blue, and 5 green,
Whoa.
and then I have 3 yellow, 1 red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I could start a couple new rows with these.
Yes, I did also find some violet, but I ended up having to use them, so, unfortunately. But
If you give, okay, hang on one sec. I got an idea. Because if you only got a couple of purples, I will do a trade. If you'd
well,
like.
I do not have any violet left. I combined
Ah.
them to make an evolutionary stone.
Oh, you can combine crystals.
Yes, I am something of a crafter. I know
Ooh.
how to make certain items with crystals. Unfortunately, I can only make evolutionary stones for now, but
Oh, okay.
I'm learning.
Well,
I've got several books that how to craft. So still learning.
okay. Well, in any case, because I was gonna trade you something if you had some purple ones, but that's okay.
We could always go looking for some more. We have time. We're not going to be leaving this town for about 3 days, at least.
Oh. Okay.
We came here with Arya, and we'll be leaving here with Arya.
Oh, Arya's here?
Yeah, yep. We showed up with her.
Cool.
She's in the shop.
She comes by every couple days, and then, like, she just leaves, and then we don't even get to say hi. I mean, it's all rock people here, so I always like seeing new people,
Yep.
Part of the reason why I left Gilead to go find these crystals is, you make friends, and then the friends can help you find stuff, and they can help you find other friends.
Yes. I haven't really ever left Anna out, but since I have, I've been very much enjoying myself on this journey already.
Well, that's great news.
It's definitely better than
well,
being on Diamobos, that's for sure.
If you can get me... because I need enough to be able to start another farm plot. If you can get me 4 more... If you can get me 4 purple ones... one in the future, I'll be able to get you some ones that I grow, because it's basically like... Here, I'll kind of tell you how it works, and then he basically tells you how his farm works, is that he has these machines that resonate a noise, like a vibration, that causes the crystals to shake, and for some odd reason, the crystals grow when exposed to vibrations. So they kind of grow a little faster. It takes still a little bit longer, but as pieces fall off, those crystals vibrate, and then they grow from the broken off pieces.
Navi, shake the stone, see what happens. All of a sudden, the specter stone just starts to grow, ah!
It shatters, no. Because it's like, he kind of explains that it's like if you touch it, and shake it like that, it's not the same as just. It's like you know how a tuning fork works. You have it held, and you hit it and it goes, but when you grab the tuning fork, it stops. So if you're grabbing onto the crystals and shaking and having the vibrations happen, it won't vibrate.
So it's more of a magnitude resonance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's creating a natural earthquake that doesn't have the effects of the destruction.
Yeah. And also, I mean, I think once you refine the crystals into an actual form, it probably loses the ability to actually grow. Because it's because basically when you are creating a type booster or
almost like you can say it's like a stalactite or a
it.
stalagmite. It drips the water and it keeps forming the stalactite, but as soon as you flick the water off, it just stops expanding forever.
Yeah.
It stops growing, essentially.
Yeah, that's what's growing from the materials in the water that's dripping on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, though, yes, we will not. I don't mind looking for more crystals.
Yeah.
I think it's quite fun using these, and I show them the dowsing rods.
Ooh, where'd you get those? Oh, did you get them from Arya?
Yes. I was initially borrowing that from her, but then, we ended up buying it.
Nice. I'm guessing she had an extra one here at this place.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So she'll probably hang on to those on her from now on then, until she can get some more on her. So.
Yes.
But yeah.
She only had one left in her shop, so hopefully she can find more.
Gotcha.
Because yes, this would be very helpful to you. How good are you with I don't want to say occult, because even though it's an occult role, I don't really know how to put it.
You could say supernatural.
Yeah. How good are you with magical essence and energies?
I mean, not too great. I mean, I do have a connection to rock things and rock Pokemon in that sense, but other than that, not really super magical stuff. The most magical I've been able to create was the resonance that these machines create to help grow the machines or the things. And I thought of the idea. I wasn't the one who built them. I had to go to the metropolis of Cusca to get someone to make that for me. But
Well,
once we made it, once I made enough money and got enough crystals, I would trade them in to get some more so that I could have more plots.
Yeah, if you use them enough, you should be able to get better with them. But yeah, it really helps to understand how the flow, the mystic senses work.
Yeah.
Because the way the dowsing rod works is it latches on to the inherent magical energy found in those crystals. So.
Gotcha.
But it still would be very helpful to you, I'm sure. The caves in this planet are chock full of crystals.
I mean, can I try and see if it'll work on these crystals?
Sure.
Alright, and quick question, Sean. For the dowsing rods, do you have to have Mystic Sense to use your ability kind of thing, or...?
No, it's just an occult education roll.
Okay. Alright, in which case, yeah, he kind of sticks it out.
Or
and the crystals kind
it's
of
your
point
occult
towards-
education dice. It's not necessarily a
Yeah.
roll. It just uses your rank in occult education.
Well, let's see, because I have the favorite sheet.
Like, as both Robert and Batordite doing their thing, Echo's like looking at one of the, I guess, like quote unquote farm equipment, and just start poking them.
Just poking
Out
the
of
equipment.
boredom.
You're checking
Yeah.
the technology, see how they tick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Oh, I
yeah,
should
so
really
there's-
do. Actually, I should really look at them crystal generator.
The
thing,
resonators?
Yeah,
Yeah.
resonators. I'm
wanna-
gonna make a technology check.
Yeah, roll me a technology check to see what you can find out from without pulling it apart, because obviously he's not gonna let you pull it apart. So,
I have a 19. my friend.
nice. You can definitely figure out the way this thing works, and if you'd like to in the future, when you get because the way that this thing works, if you'd like to, with 20 scrap, you can make an item that gives magnitude.
Oh, that's fun.
Magnitude. Is
The,
that
the Pokemon move. You can spend 20 scrap to build a machine that gives you the move magnitude. Essentially,
So
a
it's
pair of
it's
boots.
like a weapon, or
Like a pair of boots that you stomp the ground and it uses magnitude. You have to spend, it's 20 scrap to make it though. If you want to make like a recipe book on like a notes page or something, you can figure that out. That'd be something that you think you might be able to make.
That's a fun idea. Just stomp the ground and uses like a mini earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just misspelled it. Okay, let me. Oh. Never mind. Magnitude, right?
Yep. It's the one that has like you could roll one and do really low damage, or roll a 10 and do like super shit tons of massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, like more damage than earthquake.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I might think about that one.
Yeah, just kind of write down like a recipe book, because I might start doing that and stuff. Like if you want to check out items that are kind of, or check out machines that doing something special, you might be able to make something out of that. So,
You know,
Okay, cool.
also, as a question,
and you can also spend more scrap to then make the item for other people too, if you want to give it to the whole party.
with Echo's knowledge of that, would we be able to maybe create our own crystal terrarium on the ship too?
I was about to say that as well.
With the size of this terrarium, because you might need this kind of terrarium to do that, it would be a lot more like scrap to do it. But yes, you
Yeah.
could. So instead of
Cool.
20
Okay,
for a pair
how-
of boots, it'd be like 30 to make the big box thing.
Cool. So we could eventually install our ship with
With a
growing
gem
crystals.
terrarium, yeah.
That's fun.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta put this down on my.
That'd be
phone so I don't-
quite helpful for Robert once I start getting other recipes. Because
Yeah.
there are some really powerful things that I could eventually start making with those. I don't know what they are off the top of my head, though. I'll have to go back and find Crystal Artificer.
Scrap.
But... I mean, type boosters alone are a +5 to your damage with the type in question, so that's already
Nice.
pretty powerful.
I'm gonna call the boots ground shaker.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, ground shaker.
Henry, what are you
And
doing right
it's-
now? Oh, sorry, go on.
Then immediately go to Mr. Bertordite and say, Mr. Bertordite, do you have any scrap on hand?
Might have a bit, only from broken down resonators and stuff like that. But I mean, I was gonna use it to go get it fixed. If you'd like them, I'm willing to sell them to you.
How much?
How much is it normally? I guess I don't know if it shows on your thing. Is it like 100 per scrap, or is it like a?
It should say scrap. Let me check again.
Okay. Because if it doesn't, then I'll probably say 100 per scrap, or maybe 500 per scrap. Because scrap can be kind of expensive too, depending on the bits. Actually, I'll do
Since,
halfway if it doesn't. So 250 maybe.
From the looks of it, depending on what type of scrap it is, it really depends.
Okay. These
But
resonators.
you could, because there's like what, cloth scrap, electronic scrap, metal scrap.
These would be electronic
scrap.
scraps. Wood scrap. So
I
probably.
said food scrap.
Oh, food scrap. Yeah. I'll say probably. He's only got like 6 of them, and so 250 per scrap. He hasn't had his machine hasn't had a chance to fully break down, so he's only got 6 leftover scrap. But each scrap is worth will be worth 250.
Okay, let me check.
Since he does actually go into town to buy other stuff, he actually does have regular money too. So.
I'll take it.
Nice. So you get 6 more scrap for whatever 250 times 6 is.
Yep. Okay. Alright.
Nice.
1,500.
Jeez. That's not horrible, yeah.
No, not really. Shit. Yeah, it's not that horrible. I just buy other shit. Alright, keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Henry, what-
Echo just slaps down the money right in the Tordite's hands and says, scrap now.
Oh, thank you. Here, come with me. And he'll show you around the back. Yeah, Robert, Henry, what are you guys doing right now?
I'm just kind of looking around.
Yeah, I might look at some of the crystals that are growing in his farm just to see,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, how they look. Just memorizing like how they look, how they feel, like the energies from them, you know.
Yeah, roll me an occult education.
Quite a lot of call to education in this, thing
Well,
about-
we have a lot of very occulty things that we're dealing with recently.
So as you kind of just put your hands over the crystal, almost like feeling a campfire, you can definitely feel some kind of aura coming off of them. Almost giving, some are soothing, some are rigidity, some are almost like a heat comes off of them. Probably the red ones have a heat that comes off of it.
Yeah.
And then the blue ones have, or if there's any blue, I can't remember.
You said that he
Oh.
mostly had
There was
yellow.
I did say there was a
and
blue
red.
Toradite. There was a blue-haired one, so there
Oh,
will
yeah,
be.
yeah.
There are some blue crystals. I'm gonna say there are multiple different crystals for like
Yeah.
color-wise and stuff like
You
that.
said the ones that he
the
for
ones
sure
that you
didn't
find
have.
though are the.
Yeah, you said the ones that he for sure didn't have were green and violet, but he might have
Yeah.
had some reds, oranges, and blues.
Okay, yeah. So he's kind of got a mixture, and that way, if he gets the blues and the violets, he can kind of have a spreadsheet of all of the types of different ones, you know. That way, he's
Yeah.
not missing any in between, and he can like start growing them all, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
but
and
yeah,
I'll,
the blue ones feel a bit cold.
I'll stay kind of nearish to the reds, because I know Archie likes the red crystals, so let Archie kind of hang out by them.
Was red the ground one, or which one?
Yeah, red was
Like,
fire, ground, and
Got it.
rock, I believe. were
Yeah,
the
there's
three
there's
elements.
essentially like, because the red is the more common one. There's
Mhm.
there's like, if there were like 6 rows, 3 of the rows would be red,
Yeah, that makes
kind
sense.
of thing. You know, there's a ton
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, so I have
Um,
just Archie hanging out by the reds just because once
Yeah.
again, I know that his Archie's favorite is red and violet. So
And it's very subtle when you go to reach out to feel them, but you can definitely. It almost looks like the crystals are shaking because the resonator is kind of making them move a tiny bit.
sure, like yeah, I can, I notice imperceptible little vibrations.
Henry, anything in particular you're looking at?
No.
Oh, red. No, red is fire, fairy, and psychic. No, it's green was bug, grass, ground. So there isn't actually a shard here that that Archie likes. Never mind.
All right.
Archie
If
likes-
anything, probably looking at the Gigalith,
Mhm.
specifically the blue ones.
They're kind of hard to see
Vaporeon.
because they are very, very, very far away. Because imagine like if there were 100 gigalith red, that there's one blue one.
Right.
So like you might find one, but it's kind of far away, and you can definitely tell that it's like this one is probably almost like an albino, like a albino animal, or like it's a shiny Pokemon essentially. As you would get this off, but being a gigalith, it's like that's not in your range of being able to handle right now. So, yeah, with that,
Just looking.
yeah, no problem.
And probably jotting a few things down.
Roll me a perception check, Henry.
Perception.
Mhm.
I thought I was pretty good at that one.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm adept.
Okay. Well, you said you thought
15.
you were, so I'm like, are you actually though?
You see, probably past the horizon line, you almost see like what seems to be a dust cloud heading towards the ravine.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. I, mentioned to Robert we should probably go soon.
Oh, why is that?
I point at the dust storm.
Oh, hey, Batoradite.
Hmm?
Do you get dust storms in this ravine often, or do they usually just pass overhead?
Kind of, I mean, they kind of just pass overhead. I mean, that's why if you've seen some of the sand that's down there, the wind doesn't really carry a lot of the sand in, but the sand does fall in the ravine. That's why there's a little mini desert down there.
Okay.
So it just kind of passes over. It should be fine. It's not heading this way at all.
It doesn't?
Yeah, it's like, because, so the ravine is a good, like, if you, let's say you went a mile for this place, it's a mile away, it's gonna pass over the ravine. It won't hit you guys, is what he's saying.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I
It's a little
could
tiny,
assure, I could be sure that God told Henry that it was coming this way. But okay.
Well,
I
it was
see.
heading this way, but not over you guys.
Yeah, it won't. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, but still, it might be maybe a good idea to get into a cave and maybe start looking for more of those crystals. See if we can get those violet ones
Okay.
for you. And maybe we can get a little bit more blue, so you can start growing some more blues too.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Seems
And like I
you're a little
said,
bit low.
if you're able to get some purple and blues, and so you did give him the crystals he was looking for, right?
Yeah, I gave him 1 orange, 3 yellows, 5 green, and 2
Whoa.
blue.
Okay, and you marked
Yeah.
those down?
Yep.
Okay, he says, thank you, now,
Yeah.
and then he says, if you guys ever need a ride anywhere, just let me know. The same situation, like, I just like collecting crystals, so if you ever need a ride.
Yeah, luckily we when we visited the Metropolis, we actually secured a ship of our own. So
Oh, you did? That's
Yeah.
awesome news. Well, that
Yeah,
means you'll be able to
for
get
free,
off this planet.
apparently.
Well, I mean, I hope to see you again still soon again when you leave, so
oh, of course.
Whatever.
it's fun.
Yes, whenever we cross paths.
Do you have a number that we could call?
Well, I mean, he did give you his number before.
Oh, he did?
Just to
Okay.
kind of, so you guys could contact him. He told you where he lived, but he did give you his contact information, like if you ever wanted him to, like, pick you guys up.
Oh, sure.
But then you guys got a ship, so then you just flew kind of to that place, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good
Alright.
to know that we could call him at any time.
Alright, well, if you plan on getting some purples and blues for me, then I will be willing to trade this to you for sure. And he has a fossil.
Ooh. Can I identify what it is of?
I mean, you can try. I'm gonna say this is really high because I don't even know what it is yet.
Okay.
So,
what
17.
check? What check?
Oh, I think, for fossil stuff, I think it's still technically Pokemon Education.
I think you're
that-
right.
Or,
It's
Yeah, I'd
either
say focus,
Pokemon
or-
or survival. From the
I'd
last
say-
time I remember.
true, I'd say, well, it was survival to get it out of the ground without it really breaking.
Yeah.
Pokemon Education would most likely be to see what kind of Pokemon it would be.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Okay,
Oh.
so
Just barely.
it is difficult to tell. Yeah, if you give it a day of thinking, you might be able to tell what it is.
Okay.
I'm
I just
saying
kind of
that
give it a
once
look
I
and
figure
I just,
out once I figure out what it is, I'll be able to tell you what it is.
yeah. As
I
I'm
really
giving
hope
it a
so.
look, I just kind of hum to
Yeah.
myself, "What kind of Pokemon are you?"
What do
Ain't no
you
way.
do the things you do?
Well, anyway, I am going back to town to wait a day so that the stone could get charged, and then I could evolve for evening.
I just think of the what is it? The generic AI voice. Eevee.
Eevee.
Yes, and I'm gonna look for more crystals for our good friend here. Henry, do you want to join me? You seem to actually be almost better with this thing than me.
Why not?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I stop. I stop moving, as you know. I assume we're heading back towards the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Echo's going to the room to charge up and wait for the stone to get done charging, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, speaking of which, what time is it? Like roughly, like where is the sun?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Kinda,
I'm
I
guessing
will
it gets
say-
darker earlier here because we're in a ravine, so probably don't get a lot of sunlight down here.
at Petoroid's place, the sun is definitely behind the mountains, so there's some shade. But I will say, yeah, the sun's kind of going down.
Okay.
As we're about to enter the cave, immediately Henry says, "Stop."
Hammer time. What is it? What's wrong?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Mm,
Almost sounds like an engine.
And well, it could be the crystal resonators, maybe.
No. Oh, it's more distinct than that.
I
I'm
don't.
going to make a perception roll.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can make perception rolls.
That's terrible.
Okay,
Oh,
Robert.
that's better.
Yes.
You do hear Echo. You don't hear the revving that he seems to hear. Robert, you hear it. You start to hear it faintly. It's coming from the dust cloud.
Oh. I do think I hear it. It sounds like it's coming from that direction. I don't know if that's a dust storm. That might be a.
You guys then also
Yeah.
start. And then I will say, Echo, for your case, roll a. Because everyone else kind of passed, I will say this will be an easy survival for you.
Oh, wonderful. Out of all the things you have to pull this one.
Well, he did say it was gonna be easy, so who
You
knows?
don't. I will say, because you even failed the untrained one. You still don't hear it, but because of your androidiness, for some reason you feel vibrations on the ground, and it's not from the resonators.
These are probably different from the resonators.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
they don't feel like.
think it's
Yeah.
whatever you're hearing. It is very, very different because I feel the vibrations. Do you also feel the vibrations?
Get that good vibration.
Yeah, I was just about to.
Oh no.
Yeah, whatever this is, it must be big if it's creating that big of a dust cloud.
Henry, if you wish to, and I guess everybody who wishes to, you can make me
Or several, I guess.
another perception check in the direction that Henry has pointed out this time.
It could be big or multiple.
10.
Oh wow.
Fucking 11.
Okay, Echo.
Wow.
This time you see it, but you see actually, because it is closer because it was heading towards the ravine. How's your Pokemon education?
Untrained.
Oh.
Roll it anyway.
I know what's going on now.
Have a
Okay,
10.
yeah, not bad.
10.
You can't tell what they are, but you see essentially what looks like a vehicle being pulled by an elephant,
Oh. Never mind.
and then a bunch of others running, a bunch of smaller vehicles running on their own, with some elephants running behind them as well.
Robert, what
Yes?
is a Pokemon that looks like a vehicle and a elephant shaped?
Oh. Yeah, should
Is
I do a
that-
Pokemon education on that one then? For me to
Yeah,
determine what those
Can
are?
I also do a Pokemon education?
sure thing. At this point, they're
With that
still a
description?
mile, but with that description, yes, you can. Yeah.
If it's an elephant, it could be a Dawn fan or like the Fanpea line. How big would you say this thing is?
I got an 11.
The one pulling the. Well, I will say you might not know necessarily what it is. Possibly because the descriptions weren't too great because there's multiple different elephants.
Yeah.
But with your 16, I will say that you at least know a name.
Yeah. Well, can I see the elephants, or
Yeah,
am I
you
just
can
going
see
off
them.
of-
They're close.
Oh,
enough now.
okay. I thought I was just going off. Of
They're
what
still
Echo
kind of
said.
far away because I was saying that Henry was able to see the Gigaliths
Yeah.
in the back, especially the blue one that was far away.
Yeah.
This is it's being pulled by a Caparaja.
Okay. And do I recognize the vehicles as Pokemon then too?
No, these look like regular like wooden carts.
You just look like vehicles. Okay.
Yeah, they look like vehicles. Although there are some smaller ones that look like actual vehicle Pokemon, which is weird.
Okay.
And then
I do
like
not-
some smaller
I do not
elephants
know what-
as well. So.
And I do not know what they are. I don't know what the
Yeah, you would have.
vehicle, like,
I don't
Pokemon are.
think you would have seen these on your planet.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, these
I-
also look like smaller wooden vehicles, but they're not being ridden by anyone.
Okay. Yeah, I know about those. I guess we wouldn't really have a name for elephant because elephants don't exist in this universe. But it just occurs to me that's like, wait a minute.
I mean, there's elephant Pokemon like in descriptions.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, but I don't
This
think
one
they would
would
call them elephants.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like,
it's just
huh,
a
that's-
description of an elephant. So,
Yeah, yeah.
So you would know
I guess
them as
they
Pokemon,
they
so-
still call them elephants, but like,
Mhm.
yeah. But there's several different elephant Pokemon. Like it's a
Yeah.
category instead of an animal.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
case. Just like mouse, you know, it's a category. There's not actually a creature called a mouse,
Yeah.
but there are mouse Pokemon. Yeah. That explains that world.
Actually,
so
let me see. I keep forgetting Retordate's there. Let me see if you see one. Shit. There's always too many. Yeah, he sees them. He's
And
just
are
like,
they specifically heading directly for us, or are they like heading into town?
They're heading for the town.
Okay. I just turned up a Tornite and it's like, do you know this group of people? There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. That's not good. If they're here, why are they here?
Who are they?
They're called the Desert Tusks.
Fitting name.
They're like desert bandits.
Oh. Well.
Not great.
And this is where I take my leave.
Yeah,
Well,
do you start
I-
running, Johnny? Or Henry?
Not running, because I still gotta keep Robert in my sights, but I'm kind of got that, like, head tilt, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah,
If,
bike,
if,
a
they-
biker
if they're
gang.
heading towards town, then I'm like, yeah, I definitely think we should head into town now. Well, I don't want them doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. They normally just kind of stick out in the desert. That's
Well.
really strange. I'm kind of scared.
Don't be. I've handled worse in my
I
life.
wish I could come with you to help, but I gotta protect my farm too. In case they come this way, because they have stragglers sometimes. They spread wide if they show up.
Yes. I wouldn't be worried. With me on the case, we'll be fine.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's fucking go.
And with
And
that,
I pull out my aura pistol.
as the as the group runs off towards the cave back towards town, we are going to save that for next week.
Fade to black, to be continued.
Oh my gosh.
Or that, the wide shot of everyone staring at the dust storm, and then it does the screen cap thing where it turns into a completely different art style, and then says to be continued.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is. Oh my god, I'm so happy I get to finally introduce these guys.
Yeah, this will be fun.
This is becoming so good. I can't wait for next week already. Holy shit.
And I can give Archie some experience finally, so he's not gonna be level 5.
I mean, you could. Oh yeah, because you just got him in the last fight. That's right. I mean,
Pokemon
you
biker
could have done a Pokemon
All-
training, experience training
Yeah,
to give him like
but it would
7.
only give him like 5 experience because my command is
Ooh.
kind of low.
I like that
Well, I
alternative
mean, the
ending.
command,
Thank
your
you,
command
Sky.
being low doesn't get. It's like I think they get their level in experience.
Oh,
The
nice.
command just gives a rank base bonus. So if they've got like a
Yeah,
novice,
yeah.
it's like a
But
plus
he
5
would
or
still
something,
only
but-
get like he would still only like get like 7 XP, which is
Yeah,
not,
but you could
like,
do it
like,
once a
lot.
day
Yeah,
or something like that. So it's already
but
like
I'd rather
2
give him the
days.
agility training
Yeah.
so he's
Okay.
can further and faster.
no problem. All right, yay! That was awesome. Oh my god, I really can't wait for next week because I was like, I had this fight ready in case I did have to have you guys fighting them today. But I was like, I want you to fight them on Bretornite's land, or should I just have them go into town? And the setting fitted where they're going into town.
I
so.
mean, we could
Yep.
get another milestone thing above Alpha Town.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
We could,
I don't
Well,
mind
we
defending
saved-
another town.
yeah, defending another town
If you-
twice on the
so-
same planet.
If you guys didn't see them and you just saw the dust cloud while you were there, I was just gonna have a couple show up at the farm and have you fight them there. But
Yeah.
since you saw them, there's gonna be, more in town. So, yeah,
And Robert will not let
the fight will be there. instead of in
bandits
town.
and
Yeah.
thieves go buck wild.
Yeah. So because you guys saw them and everything, the fight I was going to have here is instead going to be in town. So next week, yeah. And next week I have my own points to flip one of the typings. I mean, yeah. If you flip one of their typings, I think I'd have it on the trainer fights too. So yeah, if you want to, you can make it harder for their Pokemon to fight them, or make it easier. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Please don't.
please don't. Or make it easier for them to fight them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Please do, but please also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to go through a 3-session fight again.
I don't plan on making it a
Again.
3-session. Yeah. The last fight that took 3 sessions was the one they were like fighting the Bat Horde.
Yeah.
They caught a lot of Pokemon,
right,
but
he was right
yeah.
before you showed up. We did it, yeah.
Okay. Right, the
luckily,
Bombardier.
I will say,
Yeah.
the Bombardier fight, yeah. And that's why I didn't have all the Bombardiers come down, because it would have just made it extra. So,
Yeah.
did I use one of those Jinx points? Oh yeah, thank you. I did, in fact.
You gotta get me to start freaking out.
Do-do-do-do.
That's precisely
Alright.
what that Jinx points was for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That Jinx point instead actually, like, it actually wasn't that great for our group because now that Jinx point made you suspicious of Robert, which is kind of funny. So it's like, in a way, it did actually cause some party tension. Like,
For sure. Anyway, thank you guys so much for this screen. This so much for joining. I'm can't even think straight now. I'm like, what's going on? Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. It is always enjoyable to play for you guys, whether I'm playing video games or doing some tabletop with the guys. I do streams. I mean, I do streams. I don't have planned stream schedule yet, but might do something later tonight. Friday I don't work, so I'll be continuing Elden Ring on Friday. And yeah, and then next week, Zach's out of town all week, so I will be probably trying to stream some stuff after work, possibly, because I don't have to worry about just hanging out with Zach. So yeah, I'll be streaming a lot more for the 4th of July week and my birthday week. So yay,
yeah, awesome.
yay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. If you'd like to see past stuff I've done, I have YouTube right there. If you'd like to join the Discord, it's free. Wait, Discord. It's mainly there just to let people know when I go live. If you want to hang out and post your Twitch chat or Twitch clips and stuff like that. Either there's a community clips or a immersion clips if you want to do stuff like that. And yeah. I post all the time on all the different Discords, so you see when I go live. But yeah, we'll see you next week for the next episode of Pokemon Space Odyssey. I'm really bad at this. I'm just trying to blah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been Roll for Immersion, and we roll the immersion for you.
Hey, you did it.
See ya.
You got that part right at least. Bye.
All right.
everyone. Have a good one. I would say I'd raid someone, but there's not a lot of people doing much right now. So
I was gonna say, of
none of
everybody
my
I follow on
normal-
Twitch, you're
Yeah.
the only one who's online right now.
Yeah,
got it.
same.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow on Scarlet Guard on Games and Tea, and then tomorrow night or morning, wherever you are at. That's what I'm doing right now. And seven dooms of Zoom Point, 7 dooms of Sandpoint,
There you go.
and hopefully I roll better than I did tonight. So, yay! Anyway, have a good one, guys. This has been Roll for
Bye.
Immersion. I'll roll it to you. See ya.
Bye.
Uh,